Hi everyone. My name is Michael Newton and I'm with Fathers Elite. And the purpose of this video is to start a discussion around what are the most essential elements that a single father must have in order to be successful when entering the dating world for the first time. Okay, and so many of you that are watching this video are probably starting to date or have been dating for a while, but have been unsuccessful. Maybe the girl that you're going after is not returning your phone calls. Maybe she seemed really interested at first, and all of a sudden she dropped off the face of the planet, and it's not even returning your texts. Or maybe you don't have the confidence yet after your separation or divorce to approach women again, and you have different priorities. So I wanted to talk about what are the five elements that a single dad must have in order to be successful in attracting women as a single dad, in this age. And so here we go. I mean, the number one thing is you gotta take care of your kids, right? So I know that you're probably hoping to meet somebody to spend time with and build a relationship with and all those kinds of things, or maybe just somebody to have fun with every once in a while. That's completely fine too. And but the number one priority is not that person. I think your kids are going to be your number one priority, and yourself as well. But when it comes to your kids, you have to make sure that they're okay. You're going through a separation, you're going through a divorce, whatever it is that's happening, and your kids are going to be the first one that suffers. So your focus has to be on them. Everything else falls into place once this is taken care of, as well as the other 4 items that I'm going to mention in this video. Okay, so you need to be able to take care of your kids. Of course, from a financial perspective, you want to make sure that they have, food, clothing, that you're paying your rent or mortgage, or making sure that your kids have a healthy environment to live in, and that's going to be number one. But also, your kid's emotional state, I think, is crucial here, right? Because your kids are going to be entering a brand new world. Mom and dad are no longer together. They haven't experienced that before, and I can tell you, I grew up. I come from a divorced family, and I went through a divorce myself, and I can tell you that as kids, there's nothing we want more than having both of our parents together again. So explaining to our kids that that's not the case anymore, and that mom and dad still love them, and that we're all there for them, for everything and anything, making sure that our kids feel safe. That's going to be the number one priority after the divorce. And you want to make sure that they're okay, because if they're not okay, then you're not going to be okay. You're going to be worried about them. They're going to bring stress into your life because there's no clear communication as to what the expectations are now, and how life is going to look like moving forward. And so that needs to be addressed. Okay, so make sure that you're talking to your kids, listening to them, and ensuring that they're going to be okay from all the physical aspects, food, shelter, clothing, those kinds of things as well, right? Okay, so the number two thing that needs to be addressed here if you want to be successful out in the dating world is you gotta take care of yourself, okay? And there are four areas of the self that need to be addressed, okay? So you have to be in good physical shape, so good health, good financial shape. Make sure that you have a good job and that you're saving money and not overspending. You're paying your bills on time, all of those kinds of things. You have to make sure that your heart set is in the right place. Make sure you're coming from a place of love and abundance rather than coming from a place of scarcity and fear, right? And one way to do that is to be grateful, right? Make sure that when you're waking up in the morning, you immediately think about some things that you're grateful for throughout the day too, and before you go to bed, and just be grateful for anything that is positive in your life, and make sure that you're focused on those things that you're grateful, because what we focus on expands. So the more gratitude you bring into your life, the better your heart set and your mindset is going to be. So when we're talking about the pillars, the next one is going to be your mindset, right? Make sure that your head is in the right space, right? And of course, if you're coming out of a divorce situation or a separation, it's going to be very difficult because you're going to have some resentment. You potentially could be very angry. You could be sad. You could be stumbling into depression. You have to be very careful with these things. And so making sure that your whole self is taken care of is essential. And that's going to create a better self, more confident, more positive. People are going to want to be around you more. Women are naturally going to gravitate towards you because you've got your finances in place, you're in good physical shape, you're a happy person overall, and you bring positivity into life, right? So make sure you're taking care of yourself, right? So take care of your children, number one. Take care of yourself, number two. And I don't even know if you can call one number one or the other one number two. They're both equally important in my opinion. But those are the things that need to be taken care of. Next, number three on the list is make sure you establish a routine, right? So creating positive habits in your day so that you can create that that lifestyle that is going to bring the best for your children and bring the best for yourself. That's extremely important, right? Whether that's waking up early, whether that's making sure you're going to the gym at the right time or a certain time during the day, or making sure that you're saving X percentage of a paycheck every time it comes in. Creating those success habits, those routines, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever they look like. Make sure that they're consistent and that those routines are integrated into your day every day, so that you can repeat them without effort. Because if you want to get into great physical shape, for example, right? I highly recommend that you do that first thing in the morning. Working out in the morning, first of all, it puts you in a great mood, right? As soon as you do some sort of physical activity, your brain is going to release dopamine and it's going to feel accomplished, right? So right away that's going to put you in a positive mood, and at the same time you're getting in great physical shape. Okay, but if you haven't established that routine, it's going to be very difficult for you to get up in the morning and work out. So making sure that you establish those habits is crucial, and how you establish those habits is through repetition. So you want to do that, the first day, the second day, the third day. And let me tell you, you're going to feel motivated. You're going to want to do that the first week, and then you're going to lose motivation and you're not going to want to continue. So it's important, extremely important, that you continue building the habit, especially when you don't feel like it. Okay, so continue through 30 days, 40 days, 60 days. There are studies that show that it takes longer than 21 days to create a habit. It can create, a habit can take up to 90 days to form. So you have to be relentless in your pursuit of whatever that habit might be. If it's saving money, if you haven't saved money and you need to, then make sure that every paycheck is a portion of every paycheck is going towards your savings account, right? And create that habit, or maybe just set up an automatic transfer with your bank so that whenever your check comes in, a portion of that goes towards your investment account or savings account or tax-free savings account or whatever you might have. Right? So make sure you create some sort of routine. I personally love having a routine in the morning and having a routine at night. Something that will get my day started and something that would allow me to reflect on the positive parts of my day so that I can go to bed, with a peaceful mind and wake up with a clear head as well. Okay. So number 4 is integrity is crucial. Okay. So as a man, as a single dad, and anybody in this world that's here needs to have a high level of integrity in order to be taken seriously and trusted and respected and all of those things, right? So if you say you're going to do something, especially to somebody who you want to date, make sure that you keep your word. Make sure that you show them that if you say something, you're going to do that, okay? And also, if you tell yourself something, I think that's even more important. If you tell yourself something that you're going to do, make sure you do that. Because if you don't, then your non-conscious mind automatically starts to think that you failed. And if you start to think that you failed, that's going to affect your confidence, your mood, and everything else for the rest of the day, week, months, or whatever else. So whatever commitments you make to yourself and to somebody else, make sure you keep them. That's called integrity, right? And what happens is that if we don't have integrity, everything else crumbles. And if everything else is crumbling around us, it keeps us distracted from being the person that we want to be to attract that partner, that woman that you want to have in your life. Okay, so make sure that you have integrity in your life. And last, last but certainly not least, have no expectations. Okay, so if you're out there dating, have no expectations. Make sure that you're focusing on your children, yourself, your daily routines, your habits, and having a high level of integrity in everything that you do. And those 4 things themselves are going to attract the right people into your life. You have to trust them. If you have certain expectations, you can be highly disappointed if a relationship doesn't work out, or if the person that you're with has different expectations than you do, or everything like that. Take everything day by day, and the more that you improve yourself, the better the person that will come into your life, and the match will be natural. It'll feel like it was something natural, and it will evolve into something that's loving and caring. Or the worst thing you can do is look at somebody, feel attracted to them, and then put all your energy into that person and start pursuing them and forget about your own personal goals and your children and your family, your career, and all of that kind of stuff. The disciplined mind that you need to have in order to be successful in relationships is extremely important, especially when it comes to ensuring that you're not over pursuing anybody, just because you find them physically attractive. Okay, remember that in this world, when you're going through dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, Match, all of those applications, you're going to be looking at pictures and reading profiles. They are not indicative of the person at all. Most of these profiles that you're going to be looking at online are people who, the people are real and what they're writing about is true, but it is also the best part of themselves. They're putting out the best pictures on their phones. They're putting out the best parts of their lives and all of that kind of stuff, right? But when you meet the person and you start to get to know them, you gotta keep in mind that there's a huge dynamic that's going to develop as you get to know the person. Okay, so anyways, that's all I'm going to talk about today. The five things that every single dad should keep in mind when they want to attract the most when they want to attract somebody from the opposite sex. Those are the 5 things. So take care of your kids, take care of yourself, have a high level of integrity, establish a routine, and don't have any expectations when you're out there dating. Okay? Now, if you have any questions, you can feel free to email me directly. If you have any specific scenarios that you want to help with in your dating life, email me. I'll make a video about it, keep it completely confidential, and I can give you some free tips and tricks on how to manage that situation and make sure that you can be successful in pursuing that relationship. Number 2, if you want a one-on-one coaching session, you can also email me and indicate so in your email that that's what you're looking for, and I'd be happy to help you out through a Zoom call or a Skype call, and we can connect and talk about your situation. Okay? Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you later.